Alright, hold your ears, I'm starting it up. Alright, I'm doing a little bit more body movement here. I'm still in normal mode, but I'm trying to sort of get off the bike a little bit more around the corners and hang off, see what it feels like to hook a knee, you know, on this frame. Feels pretty good. The seat's pretty skinny and stiff, so this is full throttle. It's slightly uphill. The seat's pretty skinny and stiff. It feels a lot like a supermoto dirt bike seat, you know, but works pretty good for hooking your knee on it and sort of hanging off. Watching our camera rig move around, man, it's a little freaky. But it works. It's just taking out all the vibrations and whatnot. So I do some hardcore white line practice here for the camera. It lets it get a little bit of a side shot that way. Oh, she's faster than me. Slow down. I don't have that acceleration, especially with that softening of the throttle curve that this thing does. It takes a minute for it to give it to you. It's full throttle, full throttle, full throttle. Yeah, the suspension being a little bit too stiff. If you go over a bumpy patch while you're in the turn, it kind of chats around and moves around a little much. I'm going to give it a little bit of sport mode here so I can stay a little closer as we go past the camera. My battery level is just above half now. And I'm going to let it stay on sport mode. Woo! Freaking pegs. I'm going to let it stay on sport mode until it shuts itself off. So it's still showing an S. I don't know how it does as far as the timer if you're off throttle, because we do a lot of on throttle, off throttle on this road, you know. And I don't know if it pauses that 90-second timer if you're decelerating or not. Don't scrape the peg. Yeah, it's got a lot more juice coming out of the turns in sport mode. That gentle accelerated throttle map acceleration curve is not so gentle in sport mode. We're still in sport mode. If you're accelerating in sport mode or driving along at a constant speed even, you can feel it just suddenly drop out of sport mode and slow down. It's like all of a sudden the motor just shuts off and it drops to a lower speed for a second. It's a little unnerving if you're in the middle of a turn and kind of counting on that acceleration. Okay, so I'm out of sport mode. I'm back in drive mode. I could feel it when I came out of that turn. It was a softer acceleration. And now if I try to put it in sport mode, nothing happens. Let's see how long it goes. So now, okay, I'm back in sport. I'm allowed to go back in sport mode, but I'm going to turn it back off. So I'm in regular drive mode. So now we're going downhill for about a mile here. Doesn't always come across in videos, but yeah, we'll do this downhill section, particularly in normal drive mode, and we're coming back up on this Can-Am Spider driver that's a little slow. Maybe he'll pull over, but well, yeah, he did last time. That's right, he did last time. So yeah, he might pull over down here. There's a lot of pull-offs on the right side of the road when you're going in this direction, so that works out kind of nicely. There we go. No, not doing it. Maybe the next one. No, not doing it there either. All right, we'll take the opportunity to get some beauty shots here up close to the big camera. What you looking at, Lori? Oh, there you go. There you go, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Or ma'am, I'm not sure. Don't mean to make assumptions. Assign gender where it's not appropriate. Man, somebody put a lot of black marks right there. I don't know if that's acceleration or braking. It almost looks like a burnout mark. Couple of bumps right there on the right, trying to avoid. This long constant radius turn here is usually a little slippery on the exit, but this bike doesn't make enough power to make it a concern. This time of day is just so nice on the Dragon. Like later in the day, the lighting is so nice because it's on the western side slope of the mountain, really. So you get a lot of late day light over here. We're starting some uphill stuff here. I'm going to back away just a little bit for a little bit different kind of a shot that she can get where she zooms in more. Trying not to scrape those long pegs. They are folding pegs, so they'll give. And if you're used to it, it's not a big deal, but sometimes it catches me off guard and kind of scares me. It's almost like somebody tickles your foot right in the middle of a turn, you know. And it kind of messes with me. Run over them. Alright, so we're right at halfway on the battery charge indicator bars right now. It's been a pretty good pace. We're still doing some uphill climbing here as we continue towards the state line. And then once we cross the state line, it's a steep drop down. But in overall, you could say that the terrain altitude of the Dragon kind of resembles a letter M. There's a dip in the middle, and it kind of drops near the ends. There's not a lot of elevation change total from end to end. It's only about 600 feet different, but between those two, you do go up and down a little bit. Here's the no-wheel BMW. Man, that's scary. I guess his lug nuts came loose or something, he said. So, glad he's okay and everybody else is okay. Mechanical failures can be pretty brutal to innocent parties. Yeah, it's definitely got like a hop around 30-40 miles an hour. Got to figure that out. Maybe it's the tires, maybe it's the spokes. We'll get it to Wheelers and put it on a whirligig on a spinning machine and figure out where the imbalance, the imperfection is. One more blast of sport mode up this hill here, and we're almost to the state line. We're back out of sport mode into normal mode. And across the line. So now it's pretty downhill to the store. yeah, the bike is quite flicky. Yeah, it's real quick to change direction. It feels like that weight's down low, and the top just kind of moves back and forth with a lot of ease that way, but you are still having to move that bottom weight back and forth around the pivot axis down the middle of the bike. But yeah, it's good. Very twitchy, but not in a bad way, I should say. Very flickable, I guess you should say, not twitchy. Got good stability so far. We'll find out more as we, you know, like I said, get some stickier tires on it, get a little bit more of a ground clearance capability with the pegs being adjustable or you know, shortened. Let's see, can I get in here? Don't know if I can make this turn.
That's cool.
Go to my charger. There you have it, and we are at 1 bar under half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is half, and then there's 5 more on top. So there's 11 bars, 10 bars plus the red one, I guess you could say. So we're at like 11 bars. We're at like 5 of 11 after one run at a medium pace. You know, a lot of normal mode driving, not much sport driving, but there it is. We'll get some more footage here shortly.